Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Pokemon White 2 Nuzlocke podcast thing. If you are wondering why I am being very particular about my choice of words, is because I currently, as of recording this, have a summer internship. And just in case, if they ever find my YouTube channel, that they watch this video and nothing else, so that way they will not find me in any way offensive. Not that I ever am. I'm just saying that I want to keep it as clean as I can, while as at the same time being very generally entertaining. So excuse me if this episode's going to be a little less raunchy than normal. Also, uh, again, as I'm recording this, I'm just getting over like a small cold, so my voice might sound a little deeper than normal, but whatever. Oh, and I might snort some snot now and then. I'm not gonna warn you when, it's just gonna happen. So, also, I want to say that I'm very much aware that it has been a while that I've made one of these videos, but there were a lot of factors contributing as to why I could not make it sooner. And that was that I was in the middle of school. I really just did not start this until like after like my my work and stuff. Like even like during finals, all I had to do was study. So like when I was like done with that, like I started. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm back. I can't promise how consistent this will be, but you know what? Let's get into let's just get yeah woo woo yeah let's get it. So first of all, right off the bat, I battle with Flutters once against a wild Pokemon. He kills the Pokemon with one hit, levels up immediately, and then without flinching, he just suddenly turns into a Golbat. Okay, cool, thanks. Good to know that you almost evolved before dying. That's wonderful. Also, you remember that route that I said I could only find one Pokemon in? Well, I found a new Pokemon. I think I'm just gonna make a rule that catchable Pokemon are going to be the first new ones I see on any given route, and not put a limit on how many attempts. So, because I caught Corpse Scarf in between those trees and whatever, and because all I found were a bunch of other one of those in the route outside, I figured that's all there was. But turns out, no, there are Solosici, those, and so yeah, I was able to catch one of those, and I call him Cancer. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, that's not even a crab. Yeah, but as he evolves, it's pretty much a representation of Cancer. Like, there's no going around it. It's just a bunch of cells rapidly multiplying into in a giant festering form that hurts other people. That is Cancer. Especially if he's like gonna end up really bulky, that'll just be Cancer. Well, so much for avoiding raunchy humor. All right, moving on. Uh, so I find some building called the Battle Institute, and it got me curious. But before I could even choose the option of walking inside, some random uh, girl I'm gonna say girl, finds me, sees I have a battle seeker, tells me I'm strong, but still not strong enough to fight the Battle Institute because I have to be the champion, and is now blocking the entrance. Well, good. I didn't want to fight your stupid battles anyway. I have enough murder coming my way, thank you very much! I'm gonna say girl. That was probably a girl. I have, decided to switch out Catwoman for Cancer. Like, I know that Nutters is already a psychic type, but just like real life, Cancer is just that much stronger. I kind of want to beat the game more than anything else, so I want to use whatever I have readily available. And I know, like, again, Lipard could be very useful in the future, but, like, right now, I'm looking at the long term, and when this Pokemon fully evolves, it can do. It's going to be a lot more useful in the long run, so I might as well train it up by level now. So, yeah. I met a trainer who kept making electrifying puns and then gave me a cherry berry. He didn't have a single electric type. Just a Badoo and a Roselia. What a waste. I found someone dropped a watch. The owner conveniently happens to call as soon as I pick it up. I don't know why or how, but he's using an older model of the watch in order to communicate, so it's audio only, and it sounds like shit. They tell me they're too busy working in their crack den and can't get to me, so they ask me to hold on to it. They were gonna tell us their name, said, wait, no, it's Yancey. Is that I don't think that's even a real name. I'm calling shenanigans right there. Like, okay. So as if this wasn't suspicious enough, I was only joking about those crack dens. Like, dude, you're like, "Oh, you found my watch. Thank you so much. It's so good that I was able to find someone who found it as soon as they found it." Like, this would have been a little funnier if, like, I held on to it for a while for no reason other than oh, it's an expensive watch. But then, like, after a few steps, like, if I walk for long enough, they might call me and be like, "Oh, did you find my thing? Thank you." That would have been, like, at least, like, less suspicious. No, as soon as I pick it up, without skipping a beat. Okay, so they tell me to hold on to it until they can pick it up. They don't tell me where to meet them because they're stupid. Why is everyone in this game so stupid? Now they say they're going to call me often to stay in touch. I'm sorry, buddy, but I'm not your long distance girlfriend. Either get your stupid watch, or I'm keeping it and selling it on eBay. Someone near the Ferris wheel said I looked at her funny and was asking to battle. All you traders can learn from her because she actually gives me the option to say no. How polite. Take notes, guys. She also said that she hopes I have insurance, which is hilarious. Like, does this game have insurance companies? Like, is this game sponsored by Geico? And did you know that you could save 15% or more by switching? She's got a lot of big talk telling me I'm going to find myself limping back to the Pokemon Center. Okay, that's a little too real. She's also very easy. She's also really bad at Pokemon battling. Heyo! And after beating her, she takes me on the Ferris wheel. Like, this is actually pretty cool. A girl with a lot of talk, and she wants to take me on a date? Sign me up! She then got scared once we got on, and at one point she was crying out for her parents. Like, God, I make one move, and she gets all defensive. Wait, how old was she? Oh, actually, it's okay, because my character in the game is also around that age, I think. Yeah, let's go with that. Moving on. I went by to take a look at the gym, but apparently the leader is out at the moment. Because of course she is. Like, what is it with gym leaders never always attending to their responsibilities? They're gym leaders. They have one job, and that's to stay at the gym to battle, and they can never get that right! I'd call it a generational issue, but this has been going on for multiple generations of Pokemon. I kind of forgot that in Gen 5 you could play dress up with your Pokemon. I took Doggo and put a ton of shit on his body that he probably didn't appreciate. Hey, if I can get a dog to wear a top hat and some glasses, that would look dapper AF. So after playing with my digital dolls, they go perform a music number. Doggo got last place. That's the end of that story. So that totally not a drug dealer person called me on his watch again. Or she, I don't even know at this point. I don't care. They just found out at the beginning of the second call that I'm a boy. I know there's no visuals, but does my character have such a high-pitched voice that it's hard to disguise their gender? Or maybe I'm actually mute and people just filling in the blanks because of caller ID. And whatever their version of Facebook is, I don't know. GTS. Let's go with that. But I guess, did they have GTS in Gen 5? Probably not. I guess they're, like, canonically prepubescent, but, like, still. And then they tell me, like, just so you know, I'm a girl. 1. Again, I can't figure that out. 2. Why are you telling me this? Because who cares? 3. Given her surprised demeanor and readiness to reveal that information, does she want to get with me? God, man, all the girls in this game just keep clamoring on to me. I can't help it. I guess I'm just a Torchic magnet. Regardless, I've been keeping it pretty steady with the Ferris wheel girl. I don't know if I want to trade her for that crack den lady. So the only thing I got out of that conversation was that she is a girl. What was the point? It's like she was trying to schedule a meeting, but canceled at the last second. She said her colleague was calling her back, which makes me think that it was the professor that was focusing on the dream stuff or whatever from the first, well, not like the game before this. Regardless of who they are, professor or not, they were pretty stupid. I went to the route on the right, where I lost the game, technically, and kicked the trooper's ass! Woo! Because it was a new route, I was able to get myself a new Pokemon. It took a while, but eventually, an Audino appeared. I was lucky enough to get my hands on it. All the other Pokemon on that route I already had anyway, so it was really like the only one I could have gotten, because it just had a bunch of other corpse scarfs or cancers. I'm sorry, this cold is making it hard for me to talk. That, and I'm just like a little lazy. So yeah, it's just filled with a bunch of corpse scarfs. Ugh, why is that so hard to say? Corpse scarfs. The route is full of corpse scarfs and cancers. So the Audino was the only one I could have caught anyway. I've decided to give the Audino the name Third Degree because it looks just like she had third degree burns all over her body. Like, look at that. Tell me that's not what that is. Once I'm done with the grind, I find that there's a whole new force with brand new possible family members. But of all the first encounters, it had to be a male Combee. I mean, at least it's another guy. Like, that's rare for me, supposedly. And besides, something is better than nothing. Yes. His name shall be Hex, because that is the shape that he is. That is his being. And I didn't even realize this until I was talking to my buddy about this, but apparently it's also because that Pokemon put a hex on me by giving me a male fucking Combi! But you know, yeah, that works too. Have fun never seeing the light of day. So, this forest that I caught hex in, to my suspicion, was the area of the last game where I fought and caught a wild Zoroark. I was talking to some guy standing at a giant stump who gave me the TM Snarl and telling me about the Grand Tale. He said it was a rumor, but that sometimes rumors can be true. He then walks off and turns into a fucking Zoroark! Okay, that is too crazy and stupid for even Pokemon to do. How did anyone think that this was a sensible idea? Am I not the only one who thinks saying this out loud sounds like the stupidest thing imaginable? That blue-haired scientist guy was just talking about how he wanted to talk to Pokemon, yet I had a whole conversation with this thing. Where's the logic? I'm just like talking to this guy. He gives me like the TM for Snarl and just walks off, turns off his illusion for no fucking reason. You know what? Like, you want to know something crazy? The illusioned Zoroark in the first game never spoke. In its human form, never said a word. You want to know why? Because it couldn't fucking speak! Quick side note. Having Cancer on my team is hilarious, because once he levels up, it's pretty much the game telling me that Cancer has gotten stronger. I also wish to note that I do not take pleasure in making Cancer seem like a lighter subject. It is a very serious issue to deal with, and I hope not to offend anyone who would be offended by this. That being said, it is kind of funny when in context and when not hurting anyone directly. Please don't fire me. So now that I've trained up a little bit, I think I'm ready to find the gym leader within the roller coasters. I think I remember this. Like, didn't this used to be the old gym? Who cares? Although, when riding them, there could sometimes be some random asshole popping out of the car. Not cool! That was my seat. I called dibs. But once I get out of those cars, I find someone at the end of the road, and they tell me I just missed the gym leader and that she just started heading back to the gym as soon as I got here. Wow. Fucking wonderful. Just so fucking convenient. But I got a paralyzed here out of it, so it's something. I'm at the gym, and it's a catwalk. Okay? Apparently the beauties of Gen 5.5 have electric hair, because they're all models for this gym specifically. Like, I'm a little disappointed. Like, the beauties are so freaking hot in every game, and now I'm just gonna see 3 of them, and they're just, like, wearing fashion. Great! I mean, it's pretty limiting for a whole class of characters. Also, what is it with gyms and having the most unique music in this entire game? I can't really say the same for the level design because, again, it's a catwalk. It's like the most linear thing. It's like more linear than the underground garage band that I fought. Like, I think the only gym I fought with a complex puzzle was the bug gym. Eh. And that was like the easiest one to beat. Probably make up for the puzzle. Also because bugs, they're not good. Not really. I realized that I'm not as ready for this gym as I thought. So I'm just going to grind just a little bit more. Like, I almost died, and they are a few 5 levels ahead of me, so whoopsie daisy. Okay, now I've leveled up a little bit. I'll have Ape Escape use Fire Punch, make a One Punch Man reference, and okay, he is now not only paralyzed, but also down to 4 HP. That Flanfy almost died in one hit. That certainly clenched my butt cheeks. Ugh. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just because I'm doing a Nuzlocke. But I swear to God, this is the worst spike in difficulty I've had to progressively deal with in any Pokemon game ever. I don't know if that makes the game good or bad, but I don't care, because it's making my life hell right now. I got to the point where I was left with my paralyzed dog against an electrified flying squirrel, despite them pulling a second gym on me and using the same move over and over again that is coincidentally going to be the TM that they gave me. I was able to land a crit, which may or may not have mattered, but I don't care. I beat the gym. That's all that matters to me right now. And no one died this time. Yeah, this is like, I think, the first episode ever when no one's died. Like, how amazing is that? The resurrection episode. No one dies. Mostly because if I'm faced with a threat, I just switch out to Doggo, because he's like my main man right now. My main pooch. But I know I have to strengthen everyone else up because I cannot rely on my dog for the whole game. But, you know, baby steps. So, they're showing off my pretty mug on the big screen instead of the gym leaders. I feel like a superstar right now. When she handed me the TM, she kind of came off in a nervous manner. Like, I swear to God, dude, all these chicks are digging me. Sorry, tour chicks. I meant to say tour chicks. Yeah, canonically use that joke. Talking to her after the battle reveals that she wants her and her team to be less like the sun and moon and more like blazing suns. Now, I don't want to start any conspiracy theories, but Game Freak 100% planned Sun and Moon since Black and White 2. Confirmed. Also, I got to walk the runway. Yeah! Like, walking back, I'm like, oh my god, I'm just walking the runway now. And they're just like, wait, walk with us. I have to say, I've been hammering down on this game a lot. That's a nice little detail that I can actually appreciate. It is actually walking the catwalk with actual professional models. That's actually really cool. Every little girl's fantasy. Not really. So yeah, that was this episode. Thank you for your patience. I cannot promise the next one to be up soon because, again, I have a job. I'm a busy guy. I have other projects I want to work on. So keep that in mind. These may come out here and there. Excuses, I don't care. I'll be less sick, so I'll sound less sexy. I also apologize for that. But yeah, take care. Please don't die. And please don't fire me. I actually want this job. I want to buy a Nintendo Switch, and I know that they're not available anywhere right now. It's just I can't pay for it even if they were. So if they are, by any magic, before Splatoon 2 comes out, just I want it, please. This video is so getting posted after Splatoon 2. I swear to God. Hopefully not. Okay, thanks. Bye.